his only mission in life is to service Gunther.
Like, what's he having? What's he having needs for?
So Ricochet's bitching about Logan Paul's brass knuckles, and he wants to know what Adam Pearce is going to do about it. Like he can do anything. And sure enough, Pearce said, "I'm sorry, I really am, but the match is final. I can't reverse the decision for you. But what I can do is give you an opportunity." And then he brings 3 other losers in. Ricochet's looking around confused. He goes, "In fact, you all get an opportunity." And we learned that opportunity is a fatal 4-way for Gunther's Intercontinental Championship. And our contestants are Ricochet, please God no, Matt Riddle, which personally I would want to watch Matt Riddle and Gunther wrestle every fucking day of the week, but it's too soon in terms of what we're doing here. We have Chad Gable, which makes the most sense because of what happened last week. Remember that Gunther said he would beat Chad Gable within 5 minutes. He couldn't do it. So Gable got the visual win over Gunther. And then we have Tommaso Ciampa, which doesn't make sense at all. He's coming in cold, but I'd watch it. I know they wrestled in NXT. I assume that they had a good feud. Gunther's usually pretty solid.
Yep.
So that brings us to our fatal 4-way. So right off the bat, I noticed that Riddle's only wearing enough shorts to cover his dick. So that was fun. And Maxine and Otis come out with Gable for some reason. Like, I don't know why he needs an entourage for a fatal 4-way, especially when everybody else didn't come out with anybody.
I think they were just pumping him up for the entrance. I don't know. And it's worth noting we are in Minnesota.
Yeah. It was a fatal 4-way. I don't know what we can go on about. There was a couple cool moments. The crowd cheered for Gable, and then he did his "thank you," which that was a cool little moment. And then Riddle and Gable, they had a nice little sequence where they just did nothing but mat wrestle. It was fucking great. I would want to see more of that. I started skipping it when they did the Tower Power spot.
Another ridiculous spot, yeah.
Yeah, and I saw it coming too. As soon as the first 2 got on the ropes, I'm like, oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
So Gable does a deadlift German suplex to Matt Riddle, but Ricochet does his finish on Riddle as he's coming down. So then Gable, he goes, okay, well, he grabs Ricochet. He does the same thing. He does a little rolling deadlift German suplex to him, but then Ciampa comes out of nowhere and hits his finish. Undeterred, he grabs Ciampa, does a little rolling deadlift German suplex, and he pins Ciampa for the win. I hated the finish. I thought that was really hokey. In fact, it was stupid.
Well, not only that, he finished Ciampa off of Chaos Theory, which is not his finisher. So are they trying to make that his finisher now? Because it just looks so visually appealing?
Probably. I mean, I like it. I don't mind a German suplex being somebody's finisher. That's awesome.
Well, I was looking forward to him hitting Chaos Theory on Gunther, but if it's his finisher, he's not going to hit it.
We'll see. Because they kick out of finishers now, so it doesn't really matter.
Maybe that'll be the false finish.
Probably. What I do know is the Gable and Gunther is going to be fucking awesome. They're not going to have that 5-minute time limit. They're just going to wrestle. Gunther, I think, is best when he wrestles a smaller guy that knows how to wrestle.
Yeah.
Like Riddle. So this should be like a fucking automatic 21-star match. This might be the match of the year. I think it'll be great. Although I was wrong about Baszler and Rousey. So, after that, we get Otis versus Kaiser. Kaiser really, really wants Maxine, we find out. Which, for some reason, I always picture Kaiser as like a castrated like eunuch. Just his only mission in life is to service Gunther.
Like, what's he having? What's he having feelings for?
Yeah, like
having needs for.
I kind of envision him being like a Ken doll with an anus. The match was nothing. It could have been something really special, but I don't know. It was what it was. But Gunther kicks Otis in the head, and Kaiser kicks Otis in the head, and Kaiser wins. So Kaiser, he has like a little 2-match winning streak.
Yep, starting to build some momentum.
So after the match, Imperium beats on Otis, and naturally Gable comes out, and he cleans house, and Gunther sneers at Gable And this match is going to be. Did I already say it? This might be the match of the year. This might be it. This might be it.
I was already going to say that it's probably in the early candidate for match of the year, and they haven't even wrestled yet.
I think it's going to be fucking just special. Oh, my nipples are hard.
Hopefully they give them, a pay-per-view setting, not just a Monday Night Raw match. So, as it sees, we are a little bit under 30 days now for Gunther to break the Honky Tonk Man's record. So we got the pay-per-view of Payback, and then first week or so of September, he breaks the record.
Which I think September 5th or so is.
Yeah, so we get interesting at that point. If the match happens after he breaks the record, now it's interesting.
Right.
Yeah, so whenever that match takes place, maybe they do something.
They do Payback and Fastlane.
Yeah. But I don't know how you get there, because obviously Gunther's going to win, and he's going to win clean. So I don't know how you get a rematch out of it. What grounds do you have to try to get a rematch at that point?
The same way Riddle kept getting rematches. Didn't they wrestle 3 times? I know they wrestled twice, at least. One was at the pay-per-view, and one was on Raw.
Yeah. Oh, so just call him out.
Well, I think Gunther continued to beat the shit out of Riddle. Riddle maybe wrestled Kaiser, and Gunther still won at it. I can't remember why they wrestled again, or if there was a reason, but they just continued. It was awesome.
I think Riddle came back, and then he was like, "Oh, I finally got back up," because you always cheat to win, which wasn't true.
True.
And then that's how they got another match out of it. I don't know.
Well, that's also Gunther said, "Oh, I'm going to embarrass you. I'm looking for someone to embarrass, and I found him."
So yeah, maybe Gunther beats him clean the first time. They run it back. Now he'll have the record, and then it is interesting.
Gunther will beat him clean the second time, and Gunther will be the God King. He'll be like Xerxes. Get to the chopper. Yeah.
Okay.